Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips Euro 2016 Daily Fantasy Show. We're looking at daily fantasy games on DraftKings for Euro 2016, and we're looking to construct a roster consisting of a goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 forwards, and 1 utility player using our 50,000 budget, obviously using players from 3 nations as well. Points are scored like this. I'm going to run through every position, starting at goalkeeper. Wayne Hennessy of Wales is 4,900. The Welsh have looked pretty good during the group phase of this tournament. The Russians have not. In fact, they have looked the worst team in this group, ageing in defence, lacking in ideas going forward, a shortness of pace throughout the side. The injuries that they've had in the run-up to this tournament appear to have been too much for this team to overcome. I think the Welsh will win the game today, giving us a valuable 5 points. Hennessy offers the best value as such at the position of goalkeeper today. I can certainly see England, Slovakia being a draw, so Wayne Hennessy will be in all of my lineups today. Looking at defence, Nathaniel Clyne of England for 4,600. There are rumours out there that the English lineup will have sweeping changes to it today for the clash with Slovakia, including some rest for Kyle Walker. That elevates the value of Nathaniel Clyne, the likely replacement, as England continue to employ a system that does encourage the fullbacks to join in on the attack. Clyne, in my opinion, is a more solid defender than Walker, and will also get opportunities in this system for attacking points with crosses. The game could easily peter out to a 0-0 draw, to some kind of stalemate, but that does give us clean sheet possibilities in play as well. Sticking with England in defence, Gary Cahill is only 3,400. He almost scored against the Welsh. He really should have done, to be honest, once he got his head to the ball. With Harry Kane probably not going to be starting this game, but having been relieved of set-piece duties anyway, I think the supply line at set-pieces will continue to get better for England. That does give Cahill chances of getting his head on one and scoring a goal, as well as obviously defensive points that he can rack up with tackles, interceptions, and obviously the potential for that clean sheet as well. Moving into the midfield, Marek Hamsik of Slovakia is 8,900. Hamsik has been the standout player for the Slovakian side in this tournament, who will be looking to get something from their final game with England to ensure progression to the knockout phase of this tournament. Everything going forward has been orchestrated by Hamsik. He weighed in with a particularly good goal in the win over Russia and had the assist on their other goal in that game. If Slovakia are to accomplish anything against the English today, then Hamsik is going to be the key to unlocking that for them. Aaron Ramsey of Wales is 7,700. The deputy to Gareth Bale in all things going forward for the Welsh. Ramsey is likely to be able to dictate what the Welsh do going forward with some extra space against a Russian team that have struggled through two games. They got out of jail late against England for a draw and were dominated by the Slovakians in their last game. If Wales can dominate the Russians the same way the last 2 opponents have done, then Ramsey will have countless opportunities to score points in this game. Crosses, tackles, assists, goals. He did notch the assist in their opener for the second goal it was, as Wales did beat Slovakia in that game. Looking for some Russian influence, Oleg Shirokov of Russia for 7,100. He does take the bulk of the Russian set plays, and as such he does have value in fantasy sports. That being said, I feel I've got to include him here because of his set-piece upside, but I'm not sure he's worth the price at 7,100. The Russian forwards have looked far from outstanding in the tournament thus far, but the Welsh defence isn't the best, the most solid unit out there, so it is worth having some Russian cover in your lineup. Shutov makes the most sense from their team, and you obviously have to use players from 3 nations as well. Dele Alli of England for 7,000. Of the English midfield players, Alli has looked to carry the most threat for England against Wales in the last game. He was credited with the assist on Daniel Sturridge's late winner. I'm unsure if he will start this game, with England being rumoured to make all these up to 6 changes I've heard. I would certainly assume Raheem Sterling is ahead of Alli when it comes to midfielders that could be dropped, but Alli has had an excellent season for Spurs, and he's carried that form into this tournament. He's looked very dangerous for England, and he will provide you points going forward for crosses as well. Other players, Jack Wilshere, if he does get the start, if they do make a lot of changes, at 5,100 I think he is certainly worth a look. And from the Slovakians as well, if you want to go contrarian and pick them to beat England and therefore score a load of points, Robert Mack is also worth a look for them. With the forward play, I'd certainly look more to the Wales game against the Russians for goals than the England game. As I said, I can see that England game petering out to a 0-0, while the Welsh will want to win the game. It's just typical of what the Welsh do. They'll want to conclude the group stage in style, and Russia do afford them that opportunity, and neither defence in that game does look particularly rock solid. So we will start with Gareth Bale of Wales for 10,500. The way goalkeepers are diving out of the way of Gareth Bale's free kicks in this tournament, how can you not include the Real Madrid man? In all seriousness, through a slow-looking Russian defence, I can't see any way they're going to be able to contain Bale in this game. He is quick as anything, and he is one of the top 5 players in this tournament, and the key to anything that Wales are going to do. He's a must-use player today. Jamie Vardy of England for 9,500. Jamie Vardy is having a Euros party. On as a substitute with a goal to continue his meteoric rise and the season of dreams he's experienced in the English Premier League this year. Looking at what the press say, he is in line to get the start today over Harry Kane, and it's worth paying up for if he does. He has a healthy habit of scoring goals whatever level he's playing at, and he seems unfazed by any challenge. Chat shit, get banged, Slovakia. Artem Zayuba of Russia for 8,900 has done sweet FA in this tournament. He has done nothing, but he did get a goal a game in qualification, so against the Welsh, if the Russians are to score, he does seem the likeliest choice. And Hal RobsonKanu of Wales for 5,700. I was really impressed with the Welsh forward against the English. He worked hard. He caused trouble for the English, running the channels. He's capable of holding the ball up when isolated, enabling him to then lay the ball off to a Bale or a Ramsey running into a dangerous area in support. He could have another good game, and he should start, and I think he could cause the Russians at least as many, if not more, problems than he did the English, and I think 5,700, to be honest, is an absolute bargain. We get 4 games tomorrow, so there's going to be more choice, much more to look at, and more information. Best of luck with your lineups if you are playing on DraftKings today. I will put a link in the bottom, in the description of this video for anyone who hasn't had a chance to sign up yet, to direct you to the place to go. Best of luck if you are playing on DraftKings today with your lineups, and I will be back tomorrow. See you later.